For Indestructible Souls Sunday Cigar coming to you live. Let's get back to it. It's a lot to talk about. I am Jonathan Beauregard, and this is Indestructible Souls edition of our Sunday Cigar. So I'm going to get set up here. So before I get started, I got to introduce the cigar that I'm smoking today. Recording from my back patio, an Olivia V Series Melaniano. I got to get the cut going. And then today, because I'm talking about a serious topic, or at least it's serious to me. So today I'm pairing it with my Remy. My Remy Martin XO. I've already poured a cup, glass. So let me get this cut going so we can enjoy this cigar and we can talk about what's happening in the world. Using a straight cut, a little dry puff. Get the flavor. Go ahead and sip real quick. Salute. Get my lighter out. It's nice, So this is how we get this one going. Get that flame right there. Never get the cigar directly in the flame for you beginners out there. Can y'all hear me okay? So today's Sunday Cigar, Indestructible Souls, Sunday edition. And I hope y'all have gotten a chance to check out the show. I've been real busy trying to push it. Please go to YouTube, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification button. Hit the notification button so you can see when I post something new. Growing the show, as you know, I am a licensed therapist. Hands are looking kind of ashy, but because I'm sitting out here in the cold. But today, we're going to talk about, y'all know what? Can y'all hear me? So today, we're going to talk about this new Netflix deal they got going on. I'm sitting up here and my microphone ain't even hooked up. Hope y'all can hear me. Is that better? I guess I just had the microphone for looks. Let me get situated. That's what happens when you have a live show. It is what it is. So check this out. Normally on this show, I just talk about whatever because it's a live show. I have the edited version, earlier in the week. But Sundays is my time to relax, smoke a cigar, sit back on my back patio and enjoy, relax as I get ready for the work week. So I don't know if y'all heard about the new Good Time series that's coming out or came out on Netflix. And I heard the controversy. I heard reactions to the trailers, and I have to say that curiosity got the best of me. And so I think I made it passively. I made it through, I think, 2 episodes. And my first question was to myself was, who greenlit this shit? When you talk about, well, first of all, we all know Good Times, whether you liked it or not, the original show from the 70s with James and, you know, Florida Evans, Esther Roll, Jimmy Walker. It's a show we all grew up on, whether you liked it or not. You know, we all was hoping they got out of the projects. And the show, it fit the times. A little stereotypical, and needless to say, there was white executives behind the show. And currently, there's, Norman Lear, Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors as executive producer. Seth McCarthy, I think his name is part of the executive producers behind this current show. And I have to say that if this show, here's the dilemma. If you go watch it out of curiosity, the streams go up. But if you want to take my word for it, this show alone, I don't know how far it sets us back. It's not good, in my opinion. But when we talk about stereotypical for today's version, it is blasphemy, it's stereotypical, it's every current stereotype that you could think of is within this show. The opening scene, or one of the opening scenes to the first episode, like I said, I didn't get past I think I got to the second episode, but the first scene is, I think JB Smoove is playing the character that's supposed to be James. But the very first scene is him, James, in the shower singing the original theme song to the sitcom, singing along with the cockroach. Yep, I said it. In the shower, singing along with the cockroach. So what I find interesting is, well, let me just show you something. So this is the promo photo. But when we talk about every single stereotype, I'm wondering who is this, not only who is this show for, what is it supposed to be about? What's the purpose of it? Is it supposed to be progressive, or is this yet again just making jokes or making light of how they see black folks? And, I don't know much about Steph Curry, not a Golden State fan, but I have to wonder, did any of these execs, or even the people that's on there that we, entertainers, the comedians and so forth that's behind the voices, how did they go along with this? You had, and it's on Netflix, so there's cursing, there's blood, there's guts. I think the second episode is the character that plays Thelma gets her period. The show, this cartoon, I didn't find anything funny. Come to think about it, there's a baby on the show selling drugs. Um, they're talking about being broke, bills are late, um, and I'm assuming it's depicting Chicago. So, there's a scene with gangster disciples coming shooting through. There's black women on there with the eyelashes, the big butts, the long fingernails, and the conflict for me is they put this in a cartoon, but I don't see anything progressive. But at the same time, some of these things we do to ourselves. And it's funny because what we call, I guess, fashion or beauty, this show shows us what they really think about us. Because it ain't just Chicago. It's not just, people in the Midwest. And so I'm wondering, what is it that they're trying to accomplish by not only bringing back this iconic TV show, and the characters in that show, we adore them. They've been a part of our lives for at least 50 years. I'm about to be 52, and I remember the show since I was a kid. What's the purpose of this show? It's not progressive. Every other second, they're going around calling their own kids dumb or stupid, talking about how dumb they are. The person that depicts James is unmotivated, drives a cab, not smart, broke, can't take care of his family. And the person that plays the mom, Florida, it's not the Florida from the show. What's the point? I don't understand it. Just another depiction, a stereotypical depiction of how Black people are seen by the masses. And when I say we do it to ourselves, you can't argue with the depiction. Well, it's hard to argue with the depiction because we're celebrating people like Sexy Red and the rest of those people, which we could talk about that too. But when one of the hottest artists out right now is Sexy Red, and I don't know if y'all saw recently where they invited her or have been inviting her to perform at schools. What does that tell you? They've invited this chick to perform at schools, and I guess recently they hired her or booked her to perform at a school and then told her she couldn't perform because she was smelling like marijuana. Why was she invited in the first place? Make that make sense. And so and the funny thing, let me say this about y'all beloved Drake. So here's the way I see things. I don't listen to his music. I don't think he's a talented artist. First, he's an actor, and in my opinion, he has been fooling y'all and basically pretending to be an artist since he's come out. But now he's attached himself to Sexy Red because one of the things that colonizers and people who gentrify, culture vultures, and all those things, one of the things that they're genius at is they understand what the masses, they understand that people who are for sale and don't care about self-image, who don't care about dignity, they latch on and then they begin to continue to basically pillage the culture. So he's attached himself so he could basically have more longevity, in my opinion. She can't rap. She's not cute. She got a newborn baby, smoking weed, doing all of these things. But one of y'all top artists has attached himself to it. So what does that say about him? I digress. So I wonder if they're going to pull this show or they're going to keep it. I understand that some of the original cast originally gave their support and in fact did a couple of guest voiceovers, but I'm assuming they did that to get their support. But I don't see anything special about it. I don't see anything progressive about it. Interesting. Now, when you look at the original show, like I said, regardless of how you feel about it, it still comes on and I still watch if I ain't watching nothing else. I understood the times, even though, I'm born in 72. But there is no way, and I watched it as a kid, but there is no way in the world that I would allow my grandson to watch this current show. I didn't get too far, so I'm wondering if there's, I didn't see anything funny. I didn't see anything educational. I didn't see anything progressive. All I saw was them making a mockery or mocking the current state of some black folks, of what current popularity is. The show it's I couldn't make it past the first, and I really only watched, like I say, the curiosity got the best of me, and I didn't want to trash it before I took a look at it, and I see nothing progressive about it. You decide. Now, I'm not a person to tell anybody to boycott. I'm nobody, but whatever. Will I watch the rest of it? Hell no. Do I find it entertaining? Hell no. Do I find it progressive? Hell no. Do I find it sickening and despicable and embarrassing? And those black people who are attached to it, shame on you. For those of you who participated, I don't know how your careers are going, but when we talk about selling your soul, y'all did it with good times. Not progressive at all. There was a scene where, like I said, the gangster disciple come through shooting, little kids selling dope. Um, Whoever's supposed to play JJ is dumb as a box of rocks. His art nowadays is graffiti. At least the original James had real talent when it came to his art. And in fact, there's, you know, a lot of people with the original art in their homes. I hope to own a piece one day, an original. Yeah. So I don't know. I think we as a people, we have enough to combat when it comes to music, when it comes to social media. Um, we fill our brains and thoughts and so much stuff with negativity and sexuality, misogyny, whatever you want to call it. Um, Ratchetness, and here comes this show. In a day and age where we should be progressive enough, to be able to put quality content out. This is what we come up with. Yeah, check it out if you choose to. I'm gonna continue to enjoy my cigar. Check it out for yourself if you choose to. There's so many other things going on, but yet another distraction. Hey, what can I say? So I'm gonna sit back and enjoy my cigar and sip just a little bit. This is it. I don't drink much more, just enough to complement, Y'all see that ash? Don't tap the ash. I hope y'all Sundays went well. So let me give a little bit of positivity. We always need positivity, right? Or should I say some encouraging words? I was watching a clip, YouTube, I'm not sure. Yet again, I don't remember. If I don't write stuff down, I don't remember it. I try to keep my brain clear. But I was watching YouTube. No, I take that back. It was the radio. Shade 45. I listen to Sway in the morning. Shout out to Sway. Actually called in once. And one of the things the guest was talking about was how all of the things that he went through, and in fact, I know who it was now. It was actually Chris Webber, basketball player. He got a book coming out. Go check out the book. I forget the name of it. But he talked about his dad and even the things that he went through coming out of Michigan. And, he's known for the timeout. When he called the timeout, when they didn't have any more timeouts, basically questionably lost the championship game. They could have had a chance to come back, tie, or win. And then he talked about everything that his family been through and everything that his father went through. But even after going through potentially the worst time in his life, he talked about how he got better. He took that moment where he's the butt of every joke. He or his father with everything that his dad went through, even after the worst moment in your life, the worst moments in his life, how he got better. He took those things and turned it around. And I think he even has a foundation now called Time Out. So it got me to thinking, if nobody has ever told me that they're proud of me, actually people have, but it got me to thinking, I've been through some very tough times. And one in particular could have broken me for the rest of my life. And when I say could have broken me, could have sent me to prison, could have sent me into deep depression, could have caused great anxiety and trauma. And after every tragedy or every setback or every mistake, I made a decision to get better. Every day I strive to be better. And I sat back and I sit back and I think, from my early 20s, and the mistakes I made, I dedicated my life to being better, getting better, doing better, thinking better, eating better. Don't always get the eating part right. So out of my tragedy, it took a lot of self-exploration, self-reflection. It took dedication, hard work. It took a lot of prayer, faith, understanding of myself, understanding of God, understanding of people, understanding how the world operates. It wasn't easy, but one of the things I've always prided myself in is always working hard, and my mind and body will never let me give up. So even in your darkest moments, even in your tragedies, those are opportunities to get better. They're not meant to break you. They're meant to make you better. They're meant to create knowledge. They're meant to create wisdom. They're meant to create patience. They're meant to create determination. They're meant to motivate, create resiliency. They're not meant to break you. All of us will face trauma at some point. All of us will make mistakes, have setbacks. But at the same time, those are moments that we should slow down, tap into the strength within, tap into the power of God and spirituality, all to get better. Setbacks aren't supposed to break you. Now, if you face something or facing something, understand better days are coming, better days are ahead. It's tough, it's painful. Your goal is simply to get better, do better, be better, try harder. People may talk about you, people may leave you, people may plot against you, which takes me to another story where people who I thought or considered friends for weeks plotted against me. plotted. I mean, plotted and planned, held meetings, held discussions, all to plan my demise. The funny part about it is, after the ordeal, after the situation, I got better. I created a business. I now have employees. The business is thriving, it's growing, it's expanding. Because every setback and every tragedy is an opportunity to get better. Think about that. So I'm gonna get out y'all hair. Yet again, this is an Olivia. I'm gonna enjoy my drink, enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I hope y'all be good. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Please go to the website, beauregardtherapy.com. We'll find you a qualified therapist. Please check out the YouTube channel. Go subscribe, like, hit the notification button. Once again, this is Indestructible Souls Sunday Cigar edition. Once again, my name is Jonathan Beauregard. Y'all be easy.